Draw a card. Urtai. Huge. Huge. Give it. Good game. Oof. Good game. Welcome back, guys. Shyyleaf here with another new deck for you. Today's a new week and a new way to make your opponents mad with this insane Grixis Enigma engine. Before we get started, I just wanted to thank everybody for their feedback given from the last video. As a result, I have fixed my lighting. Thank you very much for your input. It means a lot to me, and I will continue to improve and progress as the weeks move on. And without further ado, let's get into this terrifying engine. Grixis Enigma is what I'm calling this. So, we have main culprits would like to kind of get over and describe first. Marquesa, Dealer of Death, the Outlaw from Thunder Junction. Whenever you commit a crime, you may pay 1 colorless mana. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. This whole engine is going to constantly be targeting your opponents, anything they control, and or cards in their graveyard. This does it very well between the Deep Cavern Bats, the Phantom Interferences, the Go for the Throats, the Long River Pulls, the Refutes, the Roller Crusher Ride, which we've actually used. You'll like that. It's pretty cool how the interaction works. And the Urtai Resurrections, the End, This Town Ain't Big Enough, and last but not least, the Deadly Cover-Up, removing cards from your opponent's graveyard. It's really cool. Lots of crimes. Typically, Marquesa won't see the Deadly Cover-Up, but it's cool that this whole engine just kind of sticks together like that. This all revolves around our boy, the Enigma Drake. For many that are tuned into my live streams and watch me as I go live, I have been tinkering with this card. It means a lot to me. Long time ago when this card was printed was when I was really kind of getting a feel for Standard. I really like the whole tempo play around it. I've tried this with a bunch of different combinations and a bunch of different modes protecting the Drake, being aggressive with the Drake. This one seems to work pretty well because, of course, we're in meta matchups where we're playing against a lot of hate. Our opponents like to remove our stuff. So the Enigma Drake working with Marquesa creates really big striking distances. When this Enigma Drake enters the battlefield, it's typically an 8-4 or a 10 and above power. So it's really hard to deal with. And if you let it stick on the board when it comes out, you basically have one turn and then you're just dead. You'll see that in games to come. So yeah, this deck is really cool. Lots of cool modes to experience. Lots of board wipes between the ill-timed explosions and the deadly cover-ups, and lots of hand control with the Deep Cavern Bat. We flicker this a lot. We utilize No One Left Behind in this deck because our Marquesa is 3 mana. We can reanimate her from the graveyard. The Enigma Drake is 3 mana, and there's a really decent and really cool interaction with Teach by Example with the No One Left Behind, where if you cast Teach by Example, it's going to copy your next spell. You can target something small like the Marquesa or the Enigma Drake and actually resurrect an Urtai Resurrected from your graveyard to utilize its Enter the Battlefield effects. Really strong. We also have 1 copy of the Valley Flood Caller in the deck. I would like to add more. If you have rares, I absolutely would. It would definitely be decent to trade the Roller Crusher Ride for an additional Flood Caller. So I may do that as a tweak to this deck, but so far as it stands, it does a lot. It does really well. The Flood Caller allowing you to cast something like a Roller Crusher Ride on your opponent's turn or an ill-timed explosion is just devastating, along with a No One Left Behind. You can do a lot with this. You can do a lot that your opponent's not necessarily expecting. We also have an infinite recursion loop. We have a few. One primarily with Storm Chaser's Talent. It sets up a lot of graveyard reanimation for our spells, which, just be mindful, will make your Enigma Drake weaker depending on what it is that you're pulling out. But if it's something like an ill-timed explosion, it just does a lot of damage and it puts more stuff into the graveyard. Anyway, I think I've explained the deck pretty well. Between the Drake Hatchers making crazy amounts of Drakes on the battlefield. We didn't really see any on this demo for the next 3 games to come, but you can absolutely do that by keeping it alive. We have a lot of mitigation between the Phantom Interference and Long River's Pull and the Refutes, drawing cards, putting stuff into the graveyard. That is the name of the game, and Grixis wants to make you miserable. I think that you guys will really appreciate this. This is a really cool engine to dump your rares and mythics into if you have any laying around. A lot of this stuff While not rotation proof, because I believe Urtai Resurrected will be rotating out soon, it's just a joy to play with. It's a blast. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first game, and I will see you guys there. And jumping into our first match. By the way, I have to thank my Twitch chat immensely for helping me out with rediscovering and redefining what this deck is. It's taken a lot of tinkering to get to where we're at, but I'm pretty happy with this build so far. I'm sure it's still subject to change, but it's pretty competitive. So we have a Fabled Passage at the start here with an island. It's not too bad. We can probably keep this to go black, Deep Cavern Bat, then hopefully we get red or maybe another blue for Long River's Pull. This is a good setup for the color affinity that we have. The double black for Deadly Cover-Up's a little scary, but without avail. So now that we have black, I think we might just go double blue. I'm not too focused on the Enigma Drake right now. We definitely want to hold up interferences to maybe keep the bat alive. Fabled Passage. Our opponent looks like they're playing some type of Selesnya, maybe enchantments. Crystal Barricade. Okay, we're going to pop our Fabled Passage for a blue mana. Get another black. Cool. We have good affinity set up for the Deadly Cover-Up now. Now we're basically just waiting on red for the Enigma Drake. Of course, because he has hexproof, we can't really do anything to look at his hand, as he can't be the target of spells. It's a pretty powerful utility mitigation piece. Giada? We playing Angels? Should we anticipate a Sigarda? Maybe if he is spamming Angels, we should just keep the bat up. These are impervious non-combat damage, but we're not running combat damage. We're just running hard removal. Youthful Valkyrie. I think we're going to counterspell that. Does he respond? And with what? No response. Okay, he's going to float one man off of Giada and play a Resplendent Angel. Okay. That is fine. We have a counterspell of our own. We're just awaiting one more mana, hopefully, for a Deadly Cover-Up. We can wipe away this board state, which is critical because he's only sitting on 2 cards, which is nice. If he casts something, I almost kind of want to deny it. Investigator. Do we just let him set up a board state? Big Investigator? No, probably not, right? Urtai Resurrected comes down. We're going to choose the counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability mode. He's going to draw a card off this. Cool thing about Urtai is he comes right down on flash speed and we get to disrupt the board state without actually targeting him, which is nice. I think hopefully since we're anticipating a Deadly Cover-Up, we can get rid of the bat. And we don't get it. So we can reanimate the bat. Just keep it as a chump blocker. We need to buy a little bit more time. But we will pass turn. Feels kind of awkward to have this Teach by Example in our hand with no targets for it. Reach, Death Touch, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It's pretty expensive to pump that thing up, but it is a good blocker, won't lie. We really need just anything for a Deadly Cover-Up and hopefully not a tapped dual land. But we'll be fine if we have it. Continue to chump block with the bat to increase our life total slightly. Pass, declare blockers. The bat will take it again. Okay, we really need an answer. And we get it. Cool. Deadly cover-up goes down. I don't really feel like exiling anything. We probably could have targeted the Crystal Barricade, but I think we're okay for now. The red mana allows us to line up an Enigma Drake, and he's pretty decent right now since we have 3 spells in the graveyard for him. So we can start laying down some pressure. Exemplar of Light, followed by an Ill-Time Explosion. So we can choose to Ill-Time Explosion, draw 2 cards, discard the Brotherhood, something else. So that's what I feel like we're going to do. Let's get rid of the Teach by Example. Actually, no, let's get rid of the other Enigma Drake. We can likely reanimate this later on. Okay, Exemplar is dead. We play a land. Now we're holding a go for the Throat, especially deadly. Start chipping away at that life total. Okay. So the Enigma Drake actually shines here exclusively. Wow, we have a lot of utility in the form of the Teach by Examples. This is a really cool loaded hand. We can go Teach, go for the Throat, and potentially remove 3 targets. But I don't think he has anything for us. Conceptually, as you guys can see here, the concept of this deck is to follow through with Enigma Drake and kind of grind your opponent out. He's top decking now, and we're holding on to answers for him, potential answers for him. I think that the only thing we might be afraid of here would be just hard removal. Gain life, draw a card. Okay, let's see what he gets. I think we're going to man our land. Trapped in the Garden. Cool. Decent. We're going to just throw this right into the graveyard. Go for the Throat. We double spell this. Both targets die. We are the king of utility right now with this Grixis build. It's kind of insane. And everything that we put into the graveyard here is just going to pump up our Drakes. Which is nice. Okay. Play Swamp. Land is not a bad thing here. We swing for 9. We can go ahead and throw that to the bottom. I think we're looking for a Marquesa now to really get our Vantage pumping. But then again, he has 1 turn to answer. So does he have it? Have it pop 67? Exemplar of Light. He does get a chump blocker. I'm going to go Storm Chaser's Talent. And the beautiful thing about the Storm Chaser's Talent is we can ramp this straight up to level 2. We want to save black mana for Go for the Throat, so I'm going to manually pump this. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Throw blue into it. Okay. We hold Go for the Throat in our hand now. Target the Exemplar of Light, and that would be a good game for you. Cool grind machine. We have access to plenty of utility here, and the Enigma really shines because everything we're dumping into the graveyard off of the ill-timed explosions and off of the recursion engines via the Storm Chaser's Talent just really help this thing go over the top. Okay. We are against... I'm not even going to parrot. Okay, hi parrot. Not bad. We're missing red affinities for the Teach by Example. Play a Dark Slick Shores on turn 1. Ichor Drinker. Wow. Okay. I have a feeling he's going to sacrifice it and exile our bat. He's going to use removal to get his removal back. Removally. Yep. Okay. I think we're going to hold on to Urtai Resurrected. We're just going to pass every single turn until we see the Massacre Worm. It's rough, but I think that's all we can do right now. He has no creatures to play. I mean, he can incubate. Insatiable Avarice. Okay. Pass. Sure. Ichor Drinker to incubate. Sounds good to me. The name of the game here is to just be very patient, wait for him to tap out, and then dump our spells. The Massacre Worm is going to be a problem. Everything except for the Enigma Drake and the Marquesa have 2 toughness. So it's going to be something to contend with. Incubator. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I think we might have a trick or two up our sleeve here, though. As long as we're patient. I think patience is a virtue here. And this deck is extremely grindy, and it may put some to sleep. But I don't mind it. I like it. It's not too shabby. Let's go this time big enough. Here. Okay. Pass turn. We're holding on to incredible priorities with reanimations. We can reanimate Urtai Resurrected, not on the fly. We would need the otter to do that, right? Scavenger's Talent. Yeah, that's okay. Level 2. Trying to think if he has a go for the throat. Be really sad if he did. He's been doing really good at keeping 2 mana open, and I know he has removal. Wouldn't make sense if he didn't. Okay. Another land. We pass. I want fillers. Another really big thing I think with matchups like this, like attrition matchups, is like having discard, right? I think that this deck might do as I had said with the previous Enigma Drake decks I tinkered with, this deck might do better in a best of 3 shell. Because you can afford to be calm, and you can afford to wait with all of the utility that you have. Virtue of Persistence. Okay. That was a good counterspell. He's tapped out now, so at least I can do some stuff. Drake Hatcher, that would be nice. Storm Chaser's Talent. We can pull back. This town ain't big enough. He plays Massacre Worm and gets no value out of it. Then we just go for the throat. Utilize go for the throat on it. This is the best time for him to play Massacre Worm. There it is. Interesting. I could have lost life off that, but now he gets nothing. 2, 4. Yeah, it has to be this. Breach. Only one of a Massacre Worm. But that was his win con. Huh. I mean, Breach. We have some scary shit, I think. And he's totally going to do that next turn. But if he uses Breach, he gets Liliana. Perhaps. Pretty likely. Oh, he has Shoulder too. What did he get from us? Just a bat. So he's gonna take our Urtai Resurrected, but we do have Teach by Example, Go for the Throat. So if he's smart, he's gonna take Teach by Example, but he's probably gonna take Urtai. He's gonna take Go for the Throat. Sure thing. Okay. Draw. We can reanimate the Drake Catcher now. I think the only other thing that we really have to worry about here is Grixis command. He board wipes. Gains 3 life. We can this town, Storm Chaser's Talent, Urtai Resurrected, kill the Deep Cavern Bat. That might be the way to go here. Perhaps. Okay. Yes. Certainly that's what we're doing. So wait. We can deadly cover up his Breach. Or I can just Long Rivers pull. Let's this town. We will. Yeah, we will have to wait. We will have to wait on that. It's okay. Okay. Things that he reanimates will have to have finality counters on them. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Level 3? Sure. I have an idea. Link breaker? Okay. I think I might actually just deadly cover up again. Hmm. And if actually I can this town. Wait, no, I can double red. Ooh, I can do a lot. Okay. See how this works. Double red. Teach. This town. So it's 2, right? I do. I take 3. So if he plays the Deep Cavern Bat, we're kind of at risk. Actually, wait, was the Deep Cavern Bat mine? Did he take mine? Oh yeah, from the breach. Wow. Vengeance. Okay. Scavenger's Talent. Deep Cavern Bat. Talent. One, two, three, four. Think we're gonna double talent. And then just chill. Right. Now there's a high chance he's going to bring something back to reanimate, but whatever he reanimates is going to have a finality counter on it, and it just dies to go to the throat. Go for the throat. Wow. My English is bad today. This is a really grindy match. We have not found Enigma Drakes yet. It's sad. Long River's Pull. We're going to have a huge Drake when it finally comes out, though. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay, now we have the end. Kind of nice. Let's go ahead and bring this to level 2. This town. We can swing. Yeah. Because I want to keep the otters populating, right? I think that's what we do here. If we play something scary, we refute. This down probably gets thrown away again. Phyrexian Arena. Yeah, we'll let you have it. That's fine. Ichor Drinker, that's okay too. We're looking for something very specific. Okay. This town. Talent. Okay, we take 2. Talent. This town. Really cool recursion engine, huh? It's very grindy though, and I'm sorry about that. Okay. Alrighty. Lose life. If he plays another breach, though, like, I'm totally waiting for that. If he plays another breach, we absolutely do something about it. We hold the refute. We're in a really good spot right now. Transform artifact. Scavenger's talent. Do we refute? No, that's too greedy. That's too greedy. He's just going to keep pumping mana into that thing infinitely. I don't really mind it. Okay. Okay. This town. This town. We have just enough mana for it too. It's nice. Permanent recursion engines. Go grr. Yeah, he's getting annoyed. Okay. Shouldered the apocalypse. Welcome back, guys. That takes us to the recap. I hope that you guys enjoyed the matches for as long and as enduring as they were. But we saw a lot of really cool interactions. I think Marquesa and Enigma Drake have a really interesting relationship. That's really neat. She fetches me a lot of cards. We gain value off of her. We throw stuff in the graveyard. We didn't see the Pit of Offerings, but Reanimator decks really hate these. It also counts as a crime to work off of Marquesa. So there's a lot of utility in here. It gets you pretty far into the games. It definitely assisted me with some diamond stuff. It was fun to make. And of course, while it's not perfect and there's always stuff to add, like I said, the Flood Collar can probably be an extra one of. I think that this deck is gas. It's pretty well worth of Mythics. I'm having fun with it. And if you guys want to add, drop anything, please, as you see fit. And don't be afraid to share it. Leave any comments below. If you guys have any comments or feedback or any other additionals, please don't be afraid. I'm open to criticism. This is definitely something I'm becoming more and more passionate about. So you guys will either likely get another video this week or definitely tomorrow. I will make sure that I'm releasing one every week. Twitch. Join me on Twitch. I stream as much as I can. I don't have a set schedule, but if you join my Discord community, the links will be at the bottom of the video in the description. Then you can definitely catch me when I go on. I really try my best to make sure I'm letting people know and notifying them shortly before I go live. So definitely don't be afraid to catch me on Twitch. It's a really fun environment. I love my community. We do a bunch of different things. I'm probably going to have open deck challenges soon, where you can come in and just say, hey, I got a challenge for you in Standard. Take these and build this, and maybe I'll make a video out of it and you'll be featured and credited for the challenge. So we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you guys very much. And as always, enjoy your new year, and I will see you next week.